Last week, I hit 69 followers on Twitch. To celebrate, I wanted to do something a little different, so I decided to make an art piece. Am I really good at art? Not really. Do I have a lot of art supplies? No, I'm broke, but what I do have is a green roll of tape, 69 followers on Twitch, and a dream. My plan was simple. I planned to put a crap ton of tape onto the wall, so sort of make like a mosaic or a mural. Now before I start my art piece, I wanted to set a couple of standards for myself because, you know, professionals have standards. So if my art project is so disgustingly bad that it literally lowers the property value of my house, then I would count that as a failure. So let me show you what I mean. So say for example my dad is selling my house and he's showing around some guy who's interested in buying, right? And then my dad shows the client to my room and he says this.
Anyway, this is my son's room, and this is the art project that he made. What the f? I'll give you $200 for it. 200? For the art piece? No, for the house. This art piece is so disgustingly offensive to me that it lowers the price of your house to $200. If I wasn't such a nice guy, I would be suing you $200 for visually assaulting my eyes with this piece. You should be the one paying me. Oh. Yeah, that's fair. Do you have the 200 on you right now? Yeah, sure, man. Okay. Thank you very much, sir. You have a good day.
So that's what I would consider as a failure, and this is what a success would look like.
Yikes. Gross. Yeah, I know. You want to move on? Yeah.
Now obviously I've set some pretty crazy high standards for myself, so I've got to get to work immediately. So the first thing that I do is start doing a thumbnail sketch, just to sort of put my ideas onto a paper. So I streamed this part on twitch.tv/KFC_legends, where you should follow me on because it's free. Anyway, after I'm done with my thumbnails, I start to put my borders for where I want the piece to be. This actually isn't my first time working with tape and walls, because when I was 4 years old, I put tape all over the walls and then I drew on them, and then I just straight up drew on the walls with pencil and markers because I thought it was hype. And then my mom got super pissed at me, so she told me to stand in the basement as punishment, and then I got really scared because I was only 4 and it was a dark basement, so I pissed my pants and started crying, and that was my first ever experience with putting tape on walls. Anyway, it's been over a dozen years since that happened, but not a lot has really changed. I still cry a lot, I still put tape on the walls, I still think that I'm the next Picasso while I'm doing it. My mom still gets mad at me pretty often. Literally the only difference between now and then is that I don't piss my pants as often. So at this point, I'm putting tape up on the walls, and then I start with lettering, then I do basic shapes, then outlines, important details, whatever. After putting up the outlines, I just stopped streaming, and I did this on my own time because I was pretty sure I just looked incredibly stupid just cutting open tape with a knife on Twitch, and I put it in the art category, which is an insult to artists and art everywhere. And to be fair, people have done a lot of really weird things and called it art, but that doesn't change the fact that I looked incredibly stupid doing this on stream, so I just did this off stream. But I still recorded it because, you know, I need footage for this video. The hardest part was shading. So a common way to shade an art is to do hatching and cross hatching. I wanted to do hatching in my piece, but the problem is that hatching requires really thin lines and it needs a lot of them. So if I want to do shading, I have to make a lot of really thin black lines. My footage actually got corrupted here, but you know, it's not the worst thing in the world because all of the footage was literally just me cutting open tape for several hours and then coloring in those tape slices with black marker, and that was literally it. So here's a video to show you just how like fine and small the lines are close up, and I wanted to show you guys that it's actually tape and not just me putting marker on the walls. So my last step was to put in some finishing details on my astronaut. By the way, I forgot to mention that this is supposed to be an astronaut on the moon. I felt like I have to clarify this because at some points I was just doing this art project and then I took a step back and then I realized this looks incredibly stupid. And the piece just looks so dumb and it didn't look right at some points. Like, here's a clip of me just completely molding because the piece just looks so disgusting. And then after that, I put in craters and more details on the moon's surface, put some stars up in the night sky, and finally I put up a red planet in the distance just to make the piece pop a little more, to make it look good. Anyway, I guess it's about time that I actually reveal to you guys what the piece looks like, because I've been hyping it up for long enough. So give me a second. Okay, so this is what it looks like right now. So this is basically what you guys will be seeing from now on when I stream at twitch.tv/KFC_legends. I stream at 4:20 p.m. Mountain Time every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. So I actually ended up using, like, I'd say this much tape. You know, is a lot. It's about the same size as my brain. Okay, that's a lie. I'd say, okay, now it's about the same size. There we go. Hey, by the way, if you thought that that was funny, remember to subscribe, alright? Because I actually just got monetized on YouTube and now I need a way to make money so that way I can afford college next year. Cool? Okay, so yeah, basically, I would say that this art piece right here, it only decreased my property value by about $3,000, and that counts as a success in my book. My name is KFC Legends, and I'll catch you in the next one.